Hey Mom Squad, it's me, Kay again. Today I decided I'm going to film a mom tag. Um, I believe there's 10 questions in this tag, so I'm gonna get going. The first question is, what was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? Um, the hardest thing for me during my pregnancy, I would say, was the first trimester. First trimester is like always everyone's worst. Well, most people's worst because a lot of people have the morning sickness. I know some people that had morning sickness their whole pregnancy, which is insane. Um, for me, I didn't have it that bad. I was nauseous the whole 3 months. I did get what is it called? I did get car sick when we were driving, but never to the point where I actually got sick and puked. Never to that point. I was mostly not nauseated all the time, and I didn't like the smell of chicken or any type of meat. And also, okay, before I was pregnant, I was on a health kick, eating super clean and all that. I didn't want to see any healthy food, which is crazy. I didn't even want to eat spinach. Um, yeah, so because I didn't like the smell of cooking and a lot of things, we ate out a lot. We got a lot of fast food, which I didn't like either because I knew it wasn't good for me. But that was probably the hardest part about my pregnancy for 9 months. Well, actually 10 months because, they say you're pregnant for 9 months, but you're pregnant for basically 10 months most of the time. So the next question is, could you think of any good things you enjoyed during pregnancy? Definitely. I loved feeling my baby kick. I felt my first kick around, I would say around 20, 23 weeks. That's around 20 weeks, 18 to 20 weeks is when I felt the fluttering. It kind of just felt like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like literally it feels like fluttering in your lower stomach. Well, for me it did. And then I finally felt a legitimate kick around 22, 23 weeks. And my baby was a really active baby in the tummy. I have a video of my whole stomach just like moving and like major kicks and everything. It's crazy, but I love that. You definitely gain a bond during pregnancy, especially after you feel the kicks. Next question. Would you have handled childbirth differently if you had to redo it? No, I personally wouldn't. My birth did not go as planned, and that's okay. I actually prefer it the way it went. Partially it did go as planned as far as like I wanted to do my birth vaginally, and I did have a vaginal birth, but I had no medicine. I went completely unmedicated. That wasn't my plan, but I'm glad that it went that way because for future, if we decide to have more kids, I would like to try to do it vaginally. And my baby was big, so yeah, it kind of helps me already know the feeling and experience what it's like to give birth unmedicated. Yeah, so hopefully for future, I can have it the same way. And even though it's traumatic pain, don't get me wrong, it is major pain, but I wouldn't change anything. Next question. Oh yeah, what's the hardest thing about being a mom? The hardest thing for me about being a mom is, of course, it's a new adjustment. Your life basically changes. You are walking into a complete different world. It's not about you anymore. You know, you're caring for a human that is depending on you. So the hardest part for me would have to be, I would say, before, after I gave birth, I said my hardest part is the contractions. But after actually having time go by, the hardest part for me was the postpartum. For mentally, you know, a lot of people get postpartum baby blues and depression and all that, anxieties. Mine was definitely postpartum anxiety, postpartum depression. And I personally dealt with that for about 2 months. And I got it pretty bad, but that's one thing I worry about in the future if I do have future kids, is that. But during this time, you know, like, everyone's kind of all emotionally like in a funk. There's not everyone, but a lot of people are feeling, you know, the same things. And especially for expecting mothers, I feel like the media kind of scares expecting mothers, and that's kind of what threw me off, is because I focused a lot on what the media shows you and tells you. And, you know, like, especially if it's your first baby, you don't know what to expect. I didn't know if my partner could come in the labor and delivery room while giving birth, and that really, that was really terrifying. But, you know, like, my whole experience was great. I loved my doctors. My partner came in with me. Even though they tried to tell her that she couldn't, she still got to come in the room with me. And everything was great. So, yeah, just try to do things and not focus on, like, all this stuff going on around you. Just focus on you and your baby, because you don't want to be stressed out before you give birth and even after, because you don't want to trigger your emotions. You're already kind of going on a hormone ride trying to, you know, fix everything after birth. But yeah, so next question was, did you imagine that you'd be a mom at the age you became a mom? So for me, yes and no. I always wanted kids. I always knew that I wanted kids, and I always pictured myself having kids around, you know, like, younger, maybe in their 20s. If you're new to my channel, or if you've never heard me speak of this, we are a 2-mom family. So it's something I always wanted, but I didn't know if it was possible, because everything's so expensive with you know, like, different procedures and donors and all of that. So it was definitely a process to get pregnant, but I didn't know I would. It kind of just came unexpectedly, even though it's something I've always wanted. Yeah, so it's kind of like yes and no. Let's see. Next question. What would be your advice for someone who is about to have a baby? So my advice is to have an open mind. You see my dog over there. To have an open mind. It's good to have a birth plan. A lot of people have birth plans, and even me, I kind of wanted to have a birth plan, and I was even thinking of having a home birth, and I was looking into a lot of different things. But it's good to have a plan, but also have an open mind, because things don't always go as planned, which is okay. My baby's playing over there in the background. Yeah, so your goal is to have a healthy labor and delivery, a healthy baby, you know. Just enjoy your whole birth, no matter if you have epidural, if you don't have epidural, if you have a C-section, if you have a vaginal birth. It's okay. They're all completely normal, and just have an open mind about things, because I know a lot of people get bummed out if things don't go their way or go as planned. That's why I kind of made it before I gave birth, like, okay, have an open mind, because I don't want to get bummed out if, you know, something didn't go my way. It's all okay, and it all will be okay. So, next question. I have a few more. Do you wish to choose a career for your children? For me, I got these questions off of Google, by the way. I just typed in like mom tag questions. No, I don't want to choose my child's career. I want them to thrive in what they choose to be when they're older, and what, you know, what they want to do. I will always support them, and I just like, I think it's important to, for me, it's important to teach your children the importance of responsibility, the importance of earning and saving. Especially in this day and age, things are getting expensive, especially where I am. And I know it's never something I want to see, you know, like when my child's older, I don't want them to struggle. I want them to be comfortable and be successful in whatever they try to do. Who named your child? My girlfriend. So we kind of went through a thing like, you name the boy and I name the girl. Whatever we have, then, you know, I'm not going to say my baby's name on camera, but yeah, she named him. I feel like if we have the next child, I'm going to want to name the baby, because I want to name at least one baby. Next question. Share some differences in pregnant life and life as a mother. So sleep is basically one major thing for me. When I was pregnant, I always complained about my sleep. Like, I can't get comfortable. I need a body pillow, this and that. My sleeping was horrible. I was sleeping 3 hours. I was complaining. When I became a mom, yeah, I definitely did not take full advantage of pregnant sleeping and pregnant life, and even sleeping before. I was always an early bird, but when you're a mom, there's no breaks. It's 24/7. So yeah, take advantage on your sleep. But that has to be like my main one. I was always a homebody before actually having a baby, so nothing's have really changed too drastically. It's just, it's a big responsibility. So, but if you have a planned pregnancy, you're gonna know that. So, my little dog's right here. She's looking out the window. You want to chase the squirrels? Let's see. And I have one more question. So, stay at home mother or working mom? I choose both. Like, I would love to be a stay at home mom, but we are currently working full time, so we're, you know, it kind of sucks, because I feel like I don't want to miss those special moments, those special first moments. Like, whenever we pick up the baby, we always feel like the baby's grown just over the day that we've been at work. So it's definitely like, if I could be a stay-at-home mom, I definitely would, and maybe in the future that would happen, but at the moment I'm a working mom. So that completes the mom tag of 2020. I will list a couple people right here or down below in the description that I also tag. So hopefully you guys can make a video of mom tag. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.